Hello, welcome back to Zekism Wrestling. So, Summerslam Night 2 predictions. Night 2 is shaping up to be, well, I think it's got the best matches of the whole weekend. It's weird how lopsided the excitement levels are, actually. I'm surprised that they've... I'm surprised at the mix of the matches. It's bizarre. There's all the matches bar one are no DQ matches on Night 2, which is strange. You think you balance those out. But yeah, the gimmick matches on the Night 2 is bizarre that they've loaded Night 2. I don't know whether ticket sales affected that, but nevertheless, we'll get into my predictions for what it's worth, if anyone cares. But yeah, so we'll start with the match I'm looking forward to the most this weekend, just because of the players involved. I think the WWE Tag Team Championship, SmackDown Tag Team belts, which I hate calling them, but you've got to associate them with a brand. WWE Tag Team titles, Wyatt 6, the champions, versus DIY, Street Profits, Fraxium, Motor City Machine Guns, and Andrade and Rey Fenix. In a 6-team TLC match, they're dubbing TLC 2. I'm not going to call it that because that's the Hardys, Dudleys, and Edge and Christian territory. But I think this match is going to slap big time. I think it's going to be. It should open. Let's be honest. It should open the night, because that'd be crazy. But it's going to be a crazy match. I think the Wyatts are going to retain, if I'm totally honest, but from a winner's point of view. But I think this match is going to be awesome. The players involved, I don't know how crazy they're going to get, but I'd imagine they'll go super crazy. This will probably be a match put together, I would imagine, between DIY and the Motor City Machine Guns, combined with Andrade and Rey Fenix. I think that makes all the sense in the world. They're going to orchestrate it to the nth degree. They're probably practicing it right now, if I'm honest, just with the way they are. But I think all the players involved are going to... I mean, Nathan Fraser and Axiom are crazy high flyers as well. Everyone bar the... Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis have proved that they can go as well. Street Profits, I mean, Montez Ford does crazy things. I see nothing but carnage in this match, and I'm all for it. Can't wait for this one. I think the Wyatts are going to retain and move on with the belts. I don't really see why you'd put it on anyone else. Looking at it, maybe Andrade and Rey Fenix to keep them happy because they haven't done much with them. But I don't really see the point. I don't really see the. I mean, yeah, it's an odd one. But no, I think the Wyatts retain and keep the belts and maybe have a more protracted story with one or two of these teams rather than all six. But yeah, the angle for this match is that the chaos has to end in the tag division. I think it probably will. In a way that they did back in the 2000s with all the teams that were competing. So, I can see the rationale. Next up, Intercontinental title, Dom Mysterio versus AJ Styles. Now, Dom Mysterio has been avoiding AJ with doctor's notes for the last few weeks, but he was cleared to compete last week on Raw, with attacking him. And yeah, the question is, do the Judgment Day get involved? I think, Finn and JD aren't on this card, probably because they're going to get involved in this match to help Dom out. But I can see AJ winning this. I really can. I don't know why. No, logic tells me probably not. But I think AJ's in the twilight of his career. I think we've got, a year to 18 months left of him. So what's this? Mania 42 next year. Maybe 43 is his last, judging by the way the contract works, because I don't think he's going to retire at next year's Mania. It would make sense for him to go out at 44 then. No, what am I doing? 42, 43. 43, sorry. WrestleMania 43. If that's what he said, and that he's going to retire in the next year or two, then retiring at Mania seems like a thing he would do. He's going to get, he's already announced he's going to be at TNA in the next few months or whatever. So we are looking at the AJ Styles retirement tour a little bit now, and he's Intercontinental title. And then give me please a Finn Balor AJ Styles feud, a proper feud, blood feud. Thank you for the Intercontinental title. That would be great. No offense, Dom, but I think Dom doesn't particularly need the belt. I think his character on TV is very entertaining without the belt, and And he never defends it anyway. So, yeah, I think AJ Styles having the belt makes all the sense in the world. Next up, we've got the Steel Cage match. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu for the United States title. Yeah, bizarre build for this match in particular, with the framing of the car crash and the Solo getting arrested for it anyway. Anyway, I love Jacob Fatu. I think he's the coolest dude in the world. I can see him winning this match. Yeah, the only pause for thought, it will be how he wins it, because Solo's obviously got the what are they called? I've forgotten the name of legit. They're not called the Bloodline anymore. They're called the MFTs, right? So whether they get involved, which they can because it's a steel cage match. Tala Tonga in particular, being the giant he is, I can see him getting involved. But I see Jacob Fatu coming out this match with the title. I think, I think he carries the United States title belt. But the question would be what he does after it. Whether maybe Drew McIntyre. I can see a few between them two. There's probably a few more that I'm forgetting that he could go up against with. How about Uncle Howdy? That'd be fun. But yeah, I see Jacob Fatu winning this match. Watch me be wrong on Monday morning, but I'm gonna say Jacob Fatu wins this match. Just narrowly escaping the cage. I don't think he pins Solo. But next up, women's Intercontinental title: Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria. I'm shocked that, I predict Bayley will be involved in this match, but I'm shocked that Bayley's not involved. I would have redone the triple threat personally, but because that was such a good match from Evolution. But this feud that's been going on since Mania, I have had to eat crow a little bit on it. I think it's done wonders. I think it's done wonders for Lyra, especially. It's legitimately done lots for Lyra. It's given her something really meaty to sort of sink her teeth into. Show character for the first time, not smiley bird woman. I think it's done wonders for the Intercontinental title, the women's Intercontinental title. Not just having it put on Becky, but having it actually involved in a story to legitimize it, to actually make it a prestige prize that they fight over. Like, Becky Lynch and Bayley fighting over the Intercontinental title. It legitimately raises the prestige of the belt, similar to AJ Styles winning the Intercontinental for the men's. And I think the women's mid-card belts need these kind of feuds, these stories. We were asking for it sort of beginning of this year when there wasn't much going on, and they have actually come to the party with some stories, be it the Bianca, Naomi, and Jade Cargill, three-way dance mini feud, although Bianca and Jade never came to blows. But it would be I think these belts need these stories, and I think this one has been a good one. This has got to be the blow-off. I think Becky goes off after this to do some filming. It feels like that, and I feel Lyra's picking up the belt. I think that's sort of set in stone. And then she maybe spins off in a feud with Bayley. I think it's too soon to turn Bayley heel. I'm not sure why that decision's been made, other than the fact they maybe dropped the ball with her creatively. But I can see that coming after. Anyway, long story short, I think Lyra picks up the belt here. I don't really see Becky retaining. No offense to Becky, but I think she's putting Lyra over. Next up, the Women's World Championship match. Naomi, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley. Triple threat. This is going to be an absolute banger. The Io Rhea one-on-one match at Evolution, despite the fact there was a cash-in, was a legit brilliant match. Both women probably, I don't want to say arguably the two most popular and two most best in-ring performers that WWE have in the women's division at the moment. And Naomi can go as well. I think Naomi can equally keep pace with these two. So I think this match is going to really deliver. I see Naomi keeping the belt for whatever reason. I think she probably pins Io because I don't see them giving Rhea a pinfall loss. Which is a shame for Io, because I think Io's done a really good job. Although Io is brilliant. But she barely defended the belt, unfortunately, in her reign, and then ended it with a really good match with Rhea, but was cashed in on. So I think it's a protected loss for Io from the Evolution perspective. But yeah, I think Naomi pins Io. Maybe Io and Rhea literally just take each other out, and then Naomi split-legged moonsault maybe, and then that picks up the win. But yeah, I don't see Naomi losing the belt here. Now the interesting thing would be Bianca's supposed to be on her way back. I think maybe post-match Bianca stares down Naomi, maybe even attacks her, I don't know, and then moves to the red brand. I don't know, that's a possibility. Either that or she goes against Jade Cargill, because I predicted her to win the SmackDown WWE Women's Championship on SmackDown. So either way, I think Bianca is returning at SummerSlam and staring down either Naomi or Jade post-match. That's my prediction. But I would have her stare down Naomi personally, because I think that would be a better feud. But yeah, Naomi for the win. And finally, we have the undisputed WWE Championship match: John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. So, the rematch for the much regaled and very popular WrestleMania match from this year, WrestleMania 41. Look, if Travis Scott is nowhere in sight, I think we're onto a winner here, because it was so... Why did they do that? Anyway, we'll get back to this match. This match is probably going to be a better one than that match for a variety of reasons, but probably because the two of them probably realised the reception that got and thought, we let it down there. I think this match is probably going to be better. I think John Cena matches aren't the most exciting things in the world nowadays because of his age. Obviously, you have to factor that in. Cody Rhodes is going to do a lot of the carrying of this match, I think, because John Cena is on his retirement tour. You've got to appreciate him for where he is. He is a massive star. He's a mainstream star. Saw him at Comic-Con the other weekend, and that's where his future lies. He's in Hollywood now. He's become everything he hates. But I think for this, John Cena's losing the belt. I don't see a reason to keep the belt on him. And then you start to tell with 3-4 months left, you've got his redemption arc. Because the heel turn, let's be honest, hasn't been what we thought it might be. The turn was amazing. No one saw it coming, and I defy anyone to predict they did see that coming. But I think for now, put the belt back on Cody. I don't believe he's going to turn heel either, because I think that's a rumour going around. I don't know why that's sort of taking place, because Cody's selling a crap ton of merch as the uber babyface, the John Cena of this generation, if you want. There's no reason to turn him heel. He's still incredibly popular. He does the Make-A-Wishes. You sort of need that character. If you can have that character, you keep that character. He's picking up the belt here. Sort of putting the demons of that WrestleMania to bed a little bit, both of them. And John Cena maybe goes off for a month to do something, comes back, maybe gets a little bit cheered and starts to go, oh, you guys like me. And then we go from there in a redemption arc sort of thing. And then we have a couple of matches against foes like maybe Drew McIntyre, maybe even a Logan Paul, I don't know. And John Cena retires on top, being cheered from the rafters. He says December. I still find it hard to believe he's not going to have something going on at Mania like next year to sort of properly send him off. But he says he's done in December. So you've got to take him at his word, I think. And then you get from September to December, because he's going to be in Australia as well at the it's not a Super Show, is it? Is it Crown Jewel? I can't remember. I think that's my thoughts. Cena loses, Cody picks up the belt and carries it on to Mania. There you go. What do you think? Am I onto the money? Am I off the mark? Let me know in the comment section below. Please leave a like and subscribe on the channel, and I'll see you next time.